I did not yell. I did give a few. What the hell are you doing? I did give a few of them.
We know you a busy man, Kobe, so we gonna jump right to it, man.
I'm gonna say Zion Little.
Dude in a swing?
I'm sick and sick with it, vision and lift it. Listen, just picture it, spitting delivery. The time froze, under current, how the grind flows. Wrist flicking, said the bezels got a mind blown. You know how to drop beat, everything slow. You know how to drop beats and anything goes. Pull up to the spot, you might see the squad there. Pull up unannounced, then you might see a broad, yeah. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win while you're watching the shot clock. It's just seconds remaining, and I got the rock for the win. Thanks for watching the shot clock. The shot clock. You catch the shot clock every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.
We never getting that $1 million.
What's going on, everybody, man? G-Day Hooper Scout here. This is the shot clock, man. It was a crazy weekend. It was a fun weekend, exciting weekend. TABC showcase on the boys' side just took place, the world's largest live period in the nation, in the country, in the world. Just took place, man, up in the DFW area, man. Shout out to every single team that participated, man, to all the players, to all the college coaches, to new relationships that I made on my end as well. It was a fun event. It was exciting as always, man. Trying to give some time for people who gonna hop on if they want to chime in before I get rolling and get going. But like I said, a lot of good basketball. But before we get there, before we get to all the good and great basketball that took place this weekend, y'all did not let me know that having a cavity is painful. Bro, it hurts. 40 years old, first cavity ever in my life, man. Crazy. And it's because I need to get my wisdom teeth pulled out. It's growing in the wrong way. And so yeah, man. But yeah, I thought getting ear infections as an adult, like didn't get them as a kid. But getting ear infections as adults, I thought those was painful. I understand why, kids be going crazy when they get ear infections. But even, having a cavity, man, I know this ain't nothing to do with basketball, but I just had to get this out there, man. Very painful, man. So shouts out to all y'all who've had it before, man. I never had one. So it's not what's up, man. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. G-Dot, man, crazy busy week. TABC, it was live, it was fun. Before we get into TABC, just how was your weekend without taking a deep dive? Just overall, how was your weekend, man? How do you feel? How do you feel?
Hey, man, first and foremost, thank you to the great people and staff at the SWAC for a great weekend and the extra things that they did for Grayson. Forever indebted. I appreciate you guys. You know who you are. Man, this weekend was a wild and crazy weekend. I got charged twice by Chipotle, lost some shoes that I ain't never wore before. That was on top of my truck when I pulled off Sunday morning. Yep. So somebody was blessed. Anyway. What else happened? Lost a battery pack on court 2 because it was a movie every game over there. What else happened? Grayson probably ate his weight in candy and soda alone. Um, I actually drove to Hebron and the Colony. I hit about $30 in tolls. TABC was woo! Roll Tide. That's how I felt. I felt like Roll Tide Willie. But nah, not even complaining. It was, I mean, hey, I saw kids playing hard. I ain't really see none of that little fugazi stuff we had been seeing earlier this summer. I saw kids that wanted it. And then, most importantly, I got to see the guys. You and Rob was working hard as hell. Man, I would look up, Rob would be on court 2, 5, and then I FaceTime him. Oh yeah, I'm back here on 8, checking out Westfield and Jeremiah Cooper. I was just like, damn, Rob. I thought I was everywhere with a camera. You everywhere. And his encyclopedia of information of just basketball from Houston standpoint is crazy. Like he was back there watching Katie and the big fella Brady Willis and like dog, like y'all was in the trenches. So that's how TABC was. It was a blessing. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely was, man. It was an exciting week, man. Got to see a lot of good basketball. Um, but like you said, just outside the basketball, traveling to the different gyms, seeing coaches in different gyms as well. That just lets you know that's a testament to it being the biggest live event, in the country. Um, with that, there's coaches all over the place, and I'm talking about all levels. I seen JUCO coaches and AIA coaches. I'm talking about from Maine. It's coaches from Maine. It was a coach from a school in Hawaii. Um, I can't say it's Chaminade. That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Met him, man. So it was coaches from all over the country, man. Like there's no excuse. There's no reason why you can't say that you did not get seen, was seen, was heard. None of that. As I put out the post, I upheld my end of the bargain. For the kids who did come to the top 80 showcase, and I will be posting some of their videos today. It just was a crazy week. Meant to post it before TABC, but I was literally trying to schedule my TABC schedule, and so that that's TABC is a rough time. It's a hectic time. So I didn't get to, but I'm definitely going to get those posted here today and tomorrow, as well as finish posting my TABC videos on tomorrow also. But it was coaches from all over at almost every facility that we went to. I thought Rob was gonna fan out, man, because Tim Duncan was in the building, but Rob was just being cool, man.
Again, that's 2 straight TABCs. Timmy D was in the building.
Hey man, I was working, man. I had a job to do. You know what I'm saying?
And boy, did you do your job.
Stop it.
You did. Hey, Rob, I say, bro, you was leaning on the wall one game. I saw your arm over somebody's head at the Legacy game, and I said to myself, I know that arm. That's only Rob. And then Rob comes out from the back. Like, bro, Rob was on the main court, the side court, the court you couldn't see, the court off premises. He was courted up everywhere, dog. Like,
And I was just trying to, you know what I'm saying, see what I can see. Just being there.
See what I can see was the name of the weekend.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. If you ain't never been to, oh, I'm gonna give my boy shout out to my boy One Eye Scout, man. That was his first TABC. It was like he said it was like overwhelming, kind of. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but I told him when he went, like, you gonna be looking like, man, well, I started, but once I got in the groove, it was cool, man. Um, got to meet some new coaches. Got introduced to some new coaches. Seen a whole bunch of high schools, as many high schools from Houston as I could possibly see. Um, Parents, like so many. Sloan said he the leader of hugs, daps, and handshakes. I'm probably in the top 10 because I don't know if this pause, but pause. I got my back slapped by 35,000 times. Man, I ain't know you. Boy, I ain't know you was here. Hey man, if you don't stop touching me, man. But nah, it's crazy, man. But people competed, man, and
Hey Rod, don't say I got my back slapped like that, bro.
that's why I said pause before I
Don't
said it though.
I know. I'm just saying, just you know, just
Y'all
let
know what I mean,
that
man.
ride.
Nah, but if you was at TABC, uh, somebody seen you, man. Coach saw you. It was coaches everywhere. I went to Louisville. I went to Hebron. It was coaches in all those gyms, man. Um, it's an epic event. If you haven't went, please go next year. Coaches, if you didn't go this year, please sign your teams up for next year, man.
Wait, hold on, Rod, hold on. Don't give out that public service announcement. Some
I'm about to
teams,
say, can we announce that?
some people need to probably stay at home with their teams next year. Like,
Hey
nah.
man, everybody want to play, man.
Yeah, but and this no, I don't want to step on. Fuck it, whatever. It was boys that drive nation, bro. Like you can't tell me you can't tell me it was behooving for kids to be 40 minutes away from that action. Like and I said this to myself. I was like, dog, like that drive nation drive is just like saying you was at TABC to get a shirt. Like, because who went to Drive Nation? Because it was tough and not in a bad way. I'm not even saying that it wasn't good games over there. What I'm saying is it was so action packed and so so hectic. Like, bro, it's tough to see everybody out in 3 days.
You know, if you was going to Drive Nation, if you was a coach, you was going over there for a specific reason. Because if you stayed over there too long, you gonna miss Legacy and Duncanville and the Tascasita. You know what I'm saying? The Colony and Bel Air.
But see, everybody don't go for the heavy hitters.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
That's
You
what I'm
right.
saying.
more of your big time coaches, more of your national guys as far as scouts, and everybody who think they somebody is going to try to be at the big time games. But how you kind of find some of them diamonds, man. You gotta go to them other spots and check out other teams. Um, but yeah, it definitely needs to be two separate weekends. Um, because it's so much and it's hard to see everybody.
Not even that. Like, we need to put in a phone call to Jerry and be like, look, Jerry, they in Arizona in the stadium. I know you ain't gonna let them outdo you in your own
Hey
city.
man, Jerry had the the soccer in the stadium, man.
You right. What they was doing in Frisco? Don't they got the little facility? I know we could have slapped down 20 courts somewhere in one building. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, we just try to figure out a way to bring those Drive Nation kids into the bigger of the fray. Like, but I got it. I know why it's spread out at different high schools and why they did it, how they did it. But because even nobody would want to drive to Duncanville. Like Duncanville got more gyms that coaches could still stay on campus for. But you know, that's small things too.
Might
That's
be
just
back
it.
at Duncanville soon though.
But yeah, anyway, with Rob, what we
Um,
at, G Day? Where we at?
no, before we kind of get started on who we liked and all that, two things. First thing first, man. I'm gonna shout myself out, man. Big shouts out to G Day. I threw together a pre, no, for real. I threw together a pre TABC event also uh, on Tuesday following after the top 80 showcase, where streamed that live, and it was two coaches who came up to me, who went to go watch. They went to go watch Jet Sutton play, and they went to go check out Side Park, but it was because they watched the stream, and they told me like. They're like, we watched your stream. We seen them, we seen Jet Sutton. We seen the Angelo Reyes kid. And so we just, we're going to check them out at TABC. So, pat myself, man.
G-Day.
On the back for doing,
Put
and I
me
didn't
on
even, that wasn't even the attentions, though.
Who
That
put
wasn't
me
the
on the
attention.
Jet Sudden, G-Day?
Oh, yeah, but that wasn't the attentions. I was just trying to do something different. But, shout out to those coaches who watched it. Um, and was able to go see them kids and find their schedule and see them play. Also, like I said earlier, I tweeted it out too. I upheld my end for every kid who came. I did an eval, and I sent all that information out to almost every single coach. And there was coaches at games, and even they let the high school coaches know after they talked to them. Just in chopping it up, that they got the information. So I had a couple coaches, contact me and was like, appreciate what you did for my kid. We didn't even know that's what a part of what she was doing. Um, and then lastly, I was picking college coaches' brains. And that sounds bad. Pause. But I was, I was just sitting there when I wasn't filming, talking with coaches, and I tweeted it out also. They said they would like to see teams like play strictly man-to-man defense at all live periods, including your high school live period. They just want to see some of your, I guess you would say, your lower tier teams compete a little bit better. Like that wasn't the case on like your Duncanville and the Tascasitas and Legacy games. I'm sure y'all didn't see a lot of zone being played, but at some of the other facilities I was at, teams were playing zone defense, and I understand that's a part of the game of basketball. And so do the coaches, but the coach was like they just want to see the kids compete, because they're not really here to see who's going to win, who's the better coach per se. They want to see what kids can do. And so that was one of the things they said. They said the kids have good skill set. It's a lot of good skill sets, but it's not a lot of shooters. Like there's not a lot of like dead eye snipers, just out there for the picking. As everybody got solid handle, pretty good footwork. They can get to the rim, but and when you go to college, you gotta be able to shoot that basketball. And so if coaches is out here looking for shooters, and they're looking for shooters that's like 6'4" and up, almost every 6'4" and up guy, not almost every, majority of the 6'4" and up guys was banging down low, wasn't shooting no jump shots. So a lot of kids got scratched off lists. And that sucks. Then they also said they would like to see like 30-second shot clock at least on every game. Because there was 2 games that I watched where they did stall the ball a little bit. And so that coaches they don't care if you win or lose in this live period. It's different, and it's gonna sound crazy. Well, it's not. It's just being truthful and honest. Um, this isn't the Peach Jam, so they don't like. Okay, they want to know that you're a winner against really everybody is supposed to be the best of the best Peach Jam. So they want to know that yes, you are a winner in that setting. But when you come to your high school setting during the live period, they're looking to see what type of skills you possess, how you play as a player, and can you lead the team? That's what they're looking for to see if you're a leader amongst your peers, kind of like a separation. So when you do go on the road, you're with the best of the best, but now you may be playing with some kids who don't play summer ball at all. How are you leading them? How are you performing? How are you playing? And it's not necessarily about the win. And that was just some of the things. Just picking college coach, asking what would they like to see, stuff like that added. If there was like a rule that could be put in place, and these are some of the things that they almost all of them were saying. And then a couple of them saying they seen a lot of like kids and coaches like crying to the ref for calls. I tweeted that out too, but I was like, Coach, I'll be watching y'all on TV, Coach. Y'all be getting on the referee. Y'all be getting on them as well, but that's just a part of the game, man. What's your thoughts, man? If anything were to be added to the live periods to kind of make it more effective per se.
I want to see the shot clock for sure. I don't want to see you stop. I mean, I get it. You're trying to win, but like I think it's more about showcasing the kids than trying to win in June. But I mean, I get it. I seen some people stalling the ball and stuff. But I mean, that's my biggest one. That's my biggest one.
For me, as I get it should be some type of international signal on the court to let me know a court is behind, right? Like, yeah, if you in the know, you know who to ask. But like, bro, if my main court 2 hours behind, we got to figure that. Like, I need it to be a yellow flag and then a court number to let like me know like it's behind, so I could go somewhere else. Like, there was a lot of times where either games finished late and I had to wait an hour. Like the St. John's games, both of their games started damn near what, an hour after it was supposed to start. Like, okay,
Yeah,
well, first and foremost, the refs on that main court was calling to me in ticky tack ass fouls. Let's get that out the way. But like, it should be like, especially at the like in your main gym, we should know like which courts are behind and which one. Like, like, and then yesterday, my 440 started at 4 o'clock. If I wasn't in the gym and wouldn't like if I was just in the car resting my feet because they were swollen, I wouldn't have known and I'd have missed tip off. Like so it's really hard as a camera operator at times because my guys gotta get out the gym after taking a picture of the score sheet, gather their stuff, get to the next gym, which is sometimes 15, 20 minutes. And we don't have that grace period because y'all trying to get out of it. I get it. I get it. It's a business. I get that, but it makes it kind of hard at times, and parents don't get it, and they tend to get a little disappointed. Um, and that's unfortunate part of the business, but maybe to clean some of that up. But other than that, like don't break nothing that ain't broken. Like TABC been doing fine. Like it don't the blueprint don't need to change too much. You get to tinkering and doing a bunch of different shit, and then you lose that atmosphere and that feeling. Like we out of COVID, and like on Saturday, those are my type of environments. I love that shit because like you needed a church fan because it was thicker than the snicker in the sweat, right? It was hot. Everybody was fellowshipping. It was the club. I like that because when you go back and you go look at the moments, you got Peggy, Karen, Pearl, Tim, Mike. You got a bunch of eclectic people in a melting pot all coming together to enjoy the game of basketball. Like I tweeted this weekend, like the knapsack in the Northeast, like they didn't allow fans to come watch their live periods because they was talking about, oh, it's an NCAA rule about parents' interaction with coaches. Well, you didn't plan good enough. You didn't have a big enough venue. Nobody want to hear that shit. The SWAC made it work. Coaches come through one section, they sit upstairs. Like if they don't want to be interacted with or talked to, they had a way to go. So with all that being said, that's what I think. But no big deals.
No, that's what's up, man. What was you jamming on the bass line, man? Or was you jam? Was you like I had to get in the zone a lot of times, so
In my
I was throwing
afternoon
music on.
games, I had this 120 song future playlist
Okay,
that I use because, like I say, bro, like on Saturday I had a 9 o'clock tip. I didn't get out the gym until 10:20. And then on top of we went to Whataburger. I didn't leave out of Whataburger Drive. So like
for like 2 hours.
I needed something to keep me up and hype. You feel me? So that's what I was on this weekend. I was jamming a lot of Future. Wi-Fi lit, but yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah,
What
I
you was
kept
on?
going back and forth between Dipset and the new Don Toliver, man. That new Don Toliver is nice.
Hey, I'm gonna use that Charlie Wilson verse for one of these kids mixes.
Okay.
I don't know which one yet. When I
Yeah.
get in my bag, hey, that boy Charlie Wilson slid on that feature, dog.
Yeah, so that's what I was jamming a lot while I was working, man.
Rob was
Um,
sugar from the snack pack, so he ain't had no headphones in.
Nah, I actually was talking to a lot of coaches during the game and just
No shit.
nah, I'm
I
saying
know
like
that, Rob.
no, I'm saying like no, if you know like normally I talk to them if they talk to me, but like this year I went out of my way to like ask them questions about what they was watching. The ones that I know that have gotten certain kids from the cities in past years, I kind of picked their brain about why they recruited said player, what they looking for in the specific game that they watching, what do they look for in overall prospects, what do they see as problems that could be fixed, just different things for my mental Rolodex, man. I kind of wanted to do it a little different this year than I had in the past couple of years. Um, Seeing that all the big stars was there, us small guys gotta get the leftovers. So I was kind of, making my way that way. Cause like that's why I'm trying to figure out how my article gonna be. Cause I'm probably gonna write about none of the people that nobody else writing about. Cause everybody gonna write about Shelton and Jalen Finner and all those guys. But I want to kind of pivot and go a different route and write about kids that I know people really not gonna write about. And so yeah, that's what I was doing. Just chilling.
but speaking of those kids, though, man, those kids showed up and showed out, man.
They did. They
Um,
did.
and so big shout out to those kids, man. I would say for me, this was the first year where the top guys from Houston, who however you want to put it, arguably your top 10 to 15 players from Houston in that senior class all went out and took care of business.
He did.
All of them.
And showed up. And
All of
showed
them went out, took care of business. And so big shouts out to them, man. Like, that's huge.
For sure.
I watched John LeBoy put on a clinic and look like the best player in the world. Big shots against Dynamic Prep, man. Big shots out to John LeBoy, man.
Oh, we calling them out? We giving our
Oh,
five
yeah.
our five unknowns?
Or just
Let's
anybody, man.
Let's
Just
do five kids that you like that wasn't already a top guy walking into the weekend. Who want to go first?
Who wasn't a top guy locally?
They wasn't. They just like, you know, them tweets wasn't hitting for him.
Jaden Hope. Jaden Hope performed.
Okay.
He was huge. I'm talking about hitting big shots, pull up jumpers over 6 foot plus defenders, getting to the paint, feeding the right people. He played really well for a kid who, as coming in as an 8th grader from, 8th grader into freshman, that everybody was kind of had a high. And then as you know, throughout the years, he wasn't talked about as much, but this weekend, he definitely performed really well, man.
Jaden Hope got a ring though. Crazy.
Yep.
Jaden Hope got a ring
from that Episcopal run. Yep.
Like, everybody's journey ain't the same. Jaden Hope had to go. He had to go another route. He had to go get it out the trenches. Salute him. Making it to the 6A regionals. They beat Bel Air. Like, that ain't no small task. Yeah, Jaden Hope, resume. All right, what else you got?
No, they didn't beat Bel Air. No, they lost.
That wasn't.
That was the year before last. They beat South
Creek. The year before they beat them.
They lost to Bel Air by 1.
That's why you the fucking
at Del Mar.
That is why every day you let me know. Put some respect on your game. I got you.
No.
All right, that was my one.
That was your one.
Are we going in? Yeah, we just gonna go round table discussion, man.
I get one. I'm gonna say this because I've been talking about this kid for a whole year. He nobody really seen him because he didn't play varsity last year. But Justin Thomas from Straight Jesuit played really well. He was poised. I was bringing coaches just to kind of pick their brain about him, bringing people that I know, and some people that I had told about him last year in the city that hadn't seen him was like, man, who is that? Man, he got handles. He make good passes. He can shoot. So for him being on that stage for the first time and playing with a guy who was going to garner a lot of attention anyway, and Lucas Hoban, he more than handled himself for his first time on the big stage, man. I watched them 2 times, and it was still the same the second time, even though they played tougher competition. So he'd have to be the first person that I say.
Rob ain't lying because I dropped Grayson off at Rob court while he was watching that game. And I said to myself as I was like, oh, Rob, watch Grayson. I'll be right back. I was like, why the hell Rob watching straight? The hell? I ain't say nothing. I just burnt off because I had to go do something real quick. And then I came back and got Grayson. I was like, oh, Lucas Hoban over here. But I didn't know that was also the other kid. Rob be out here in the trenches. Like, and that was like on some, I don't even know why you was over there, but now it makes sense because you put the puzzle pieces together. Because I was just looking for Rob to drop Grayson. Where you at, bro? Okay, I come. Bet. And Grayson want to beat up on Rob while Rob doing boys work out here. Like, that's crazy. Okay, so let's see who I. Are we gonna go sleeper first, or we gonna go a
Well, that's
kid?
why I'm naming kids who ain't been talked about.
Okay, well, I got a tandem and a couple of more. Like I'm a good spades hand. I got three and a possible. Um, I'm gonna start with Scotty Guillory though.
Mm.
That's where I'm going.
Mm.
That's where I'm gonna hang my hat on. Scotty went
Mhm.
through his lumps at Tompkins. Did everything he could do, and then just made a good decision for himself to go play summer ball in Dallas, and you could see it in this game. I watched him be a floor general all weekend. I watched him not get flustered. I watched him play against national kids. I watched him D up and just generally just do what you would want in a combo guard. He hit some tough shots. He facilitated the ball. Um, like just I mean, did everything you would want from a leader. And I can say Scotty looks like a leader right now, not just a ball beater. Oh, I want to see myself dribble and jack up some shots. Nah, like I saw him go toe to toe with Caden Edwards at Duncanville, BJ Davis Ray. I watched him then go toe to toe with Seven Spurlock and King Grace, a talented backcourt, and then go toe to toe with Kingston Flemings and Donovan Chris. Like when you walk through a tandem of guards like that, like and you come out 2-1 and you let people know my name is my name, I gotta salute you on that because Scotty Guillory was not on my TABC bingo card.
Mm.
Yeah, the things, not to steal your thunder, G Dog, but I tweeted about him in that San Antonio Brennan game. It's not always about, and I was talking to G Day about this. I say we have to start changing the narrative of we only saying that we only giving praise to a kid because they scored 20 points. Scotty Guillory didn't really score the ball like that in the game that I watched him against Antonio Brennan. But he wasn't worried about shooting. He was focused on I'm finna make Kingston Flemings work hard every time he get the ball, right? And you could tell that his maturation process is catching up with him because he talking, he hooping, but he's not falling off though. Like he was locked in defensively. He made some nice passes. Like the little things in the game is what made me tweet about him. Not because he just came out and had a fucking 30-point game. It was just like if you was there and you was actually watching the game, he was controlling the flow of the game on the defensive end. Like he was getting his hands in the passing lane. He was playing good on-ball defense. He's been a great communicator. It was the little thing. So yeah, that's a great one right there. That's a great one.
For me, another kid, Port Arthur Memorial, Kendall Hillstock. At first, I didn't know who he was because he cut his hair off. And
Mm-hmm.
when kids cut their hair, boy, it'd be like I was like, who the move in, man?
I looked at Nigel 7 times and was like, damn, St. Francis got another 6'7", 6'9" over there. And I look, it's like, oh, that's Nigel.
Yep, another
Nigel
kid cut
played
his
like
hair.
a whole new
Yeah,
man out here.
yeah, man. That the aerodynamics of the haircut, they moving a little differently, man. So hey, maybe some of y'all should take heed to that. Chop your hair off, man.
Maybe you'll
This
get
ain't.
some motion in your game.
Yeah, maybe the hair been weighing y'all down, man. But no, Kendall Hillstock played really well. Controlled the flow of the game. Like kind of like what Rob was saying, he was one of those kids, and this was before Rob even said anything. Because I was at Louisville High School, and it was just me and a couple coaches who was over there. Um, and I had stayed and watched a couple games. And I also before I continue on, big shout out to my guy, Kenneth Lofton, man. He had all the little kids thinking I was famous because I know Kenneth Lofton. Um, but he was over there coaching or assisting. Let me say assisting. He was assistant coaching over there with his alma mater, man. So big shouts out to him for giving back, of giving his time. Because he could have been anywhere in the world doing whatever he wanted to do. He got the money to do it, but he was here supporting the kids. Like during, I'm talking about timeouts, everything, pulling them to the side. Do this, do that. Like that was really big, man. Shout out Kenneth Lofton for that. But Kendall Hillstock just controlled the flow, controlled the tempo, shot the ball well at times, was able to get to the basket. But his ability, like Rob was saying earlier, just him being vocal, um, like Wiz mentioned, Scotty Gilly, like Kendall Hillstock was being very vocal. He was being a commander on the floor, even when he didn't have the ball in his hands, pulling guys to the side. Hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to do that. And it made, I won't say the coach, but it made a coach circle his name in his book just off of that, like how he was communicating, how he moved, how he played defense, his mannerisms. He wasn't out there getting big buckets and nothing like that. It was just all those other little things, those intangibles, and sometimes those intangibles help out in the long run. And so he was another kid who stood out to me. Also, he did play well, and I think it's because he cut his hair. So shouts out to Kendall Hillside. Keep your hair cut, man.
Another kid this was my first time seeing him. And I don't think nobody said nothing about him, but I went to go watch that game in the back gym. He played for Katy. He a guard. His name Kenneth Little, 2020 class of 2026. He made an impression on me by the way he just came off the bench and started getting buckets. And Mansfield Timberview is known as a tough, always been known as a tough, rugged defensive team. Like they have a culture, like you're gonna play defense. So he came in and Katy play a system, but they was giving him the ball, like, go ahead and do your one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? He was getting busy back there on court 7, man. I was like, who is this kid, man? He had like a elite stretch of like 3 minutes where he scored like 8 straight in a row. And I was like, man, I tweeted about him. Of course, me going to go see, other kids, Brady Willis and Jaden Stewart and Thomas Beltier, but he made an impression on me. And that's why I wanted to talk about him, because like I said, like we was just saying, it's so many kids, and we gonna talk about the top kids, but a kid like that deserve to be recognized though, because he probably finished the game with about 14 points, 14, 16 points. They ended up winning too, but the way he was scoring it too, like it was translatable baskets. It wasn't just layups, like he was shooting it. And so Kenneth Little, I think he played for. I want to say he played for Big Basketball. Don't give me the lie, because he ain't tweeted since 2023. So Kenneth, get your Twitter stuff in order, because I was checking out your Twitter page or whatever. But yeah, that's a new name, man.
That's crazy coming from Rob telling somebody to get their Twitter in order. It must be in shambles over there. And Rob, of course, nobody talked about that kid because you was the only motherfucker that went to go watch Katy in the back gym. Come on, bro. We was back there. We was in the trenches. It was nobody back there sweating. It was not like Rob had my camera in the back. I'm going to go see another intersection of checking on Grayson and seeing Rob. I say, Rob, why you back here? Oh, I'm finna watch Katy, and I'm watching Westfield and Jeremiah right now. Okay. Can you watch my camera while I go check on Grayson to make sure he not tearing up the swag? Bro, can't make it up.
Yeah.
Here go my tandem. I get heavily annoyed when people at me with their kids that I've never seen in person because I can't co-sign or vouch for nothing I don't see with my own eyes. Like I know I'm blind, and when I ain't got my glasses on, who knows what I'm seeing. But when I come and watch you and you on hoop, I be really pissed because I be like, you was blowing my mentions up. And this kid at the beginning fit the bill, but I'm definitely gonna give him the Shaq meme treatment. I wasn't familiar with his game. And that kid is Cameron Newsom. Cameron Newsom they had just been hitting me. And I was just like, all right. So at U of H camp, I go look. I go see what the hype is about. I'm there front and center recording, and it was a sight to be talked about. It just wasn't just good, right? Flip side, I'm at Hebron. I get booked. So I'm back in the same position. But now it's college coaches like in Hebron. And when I tell you Cameron Newsom put on a show, Cameron Newsom put on a show. And I talked to him about it after the game. And I said, my man, I saw you last week and you look like hot garbage. Hot garbage. And he was like, yes, sir. I was coming off a hand injury and I was just trying to get back in my groove. And I was like, well, today you the emperor that got his groove back because you balls. So you get the call. And and the ironic thing is while watching him, I I came about a freshman, RL9, the twins. His son is a freshman on that team. He came in the game, got some alleys off. Like when I love to see a freshman that plays his role. And he's a point guard that's shifty, that could do some things on the ball. But he got up off that thing and made some flashy plays that I like. So that's my two tandem at Travis. I know they're taught defensive principles because my good guy Trey Austin is over there. So I know they being taught the right things in basketball. But yeah, Cameron Newsom, I wasn't familiar with your game, but yeah, you can shoot that thing, player.
My last one from Houston. I know you said 5, but I only got 3.
That's cool. That's cool.
Jacob Massey. Jacob Massey hooped, bro. He hooped. And I think it was a good thing because at first he didn't see me sitting there. And so he just played. And I'm talking about high energy. He's a transfer, so he's new. So he didn't start, came off the bench, but instant impact. As soon as he touched the floor, it was like they was down by like 10. As soon as he touched the floor, he comes in, gets a steal, takes it down, gets a bucket. Next possession, he blocks a shot, gets the rebound, pushes up the floor, finds his teammate in the corner for a 3, gets assist. He just instantly changed momentum of the game. And so it was hard for Coach G to even take him out the game. So Coach G took him out. It was probably like 2 minutes left in the first half of the game. Then the other team started going on a run again. And it was like, oh, nope. Put my guy Max right back in the game. Boom. Instant impact on the defensive side, man. His defense, his energy, it turns into offense, and not just transition offense, but it turns into, okay, we just forced a turnover. Let's get something set up and going. The way he moves the basketball, he passes it with steam. He didn't throw no lazy passes. And his passes was on the money. To his teammates, he finished well around the rim, around contact. Through the contact and around defenders. And he didn't try to do something that he normally doesn't do. He just played his game, his brand of basketball, his way. And he was super effective. He hit the game-winning shot at the end of the game. Big shouts out to him. I seen John Massey after the game, John, And I said, man, your brother was right, man. He told me he was a better hooper than you. He's like, oh, chill. He said, we can go play one-on-one right now. I said, oh, man, you will pick on him when he tired after a game, man. But no, big shots out to Jacob Massey, man. He really played really well, man. He took care of business.
I'm gonna just throw out some names. From.
Oh, I'm lying. And real quick, this kid shot the ball really well, and I'm gonna credit this to Rob. Champ, what's his? I don't want to say. I'm gonna say Bailey. What's his last name?
Henry.
Champ Henry, boy. I'm gonna get the last name together. I'm just so used to saying Champ Bailey, football player. Champ Henry, South Houston, incoming freshman. Hey, when they found him on the perimeter, he was knocking it down.
Yes, sir. James Henry, baby.
Yeah, Champ Henry, man. That's all right. Go ahead, Rob.
Nah, I'm gonna just throw out some names. Cameron Lewis from Westfield, Jordan Francis from Westfield, Dylan Jones Bynum, Prince Jones Bynum, David Chung. Who else did I see? Oh, a name not outside the city. I wrote about this kid before, and they just so happened to play a Houston team when I was watching. Logan Gonzalez. I love that kid. He go to Cibolo still. He played for Texas. Hard work. Booman 16U team. That kid, man, I don't know where he ranked or whatever. Every time I see that kid, he makes an impact, man. He probably ain't gonna never see this. Ain't nobody in San Antonio probably gonna see this. But I love Logan Gonzalez, man. He can shoot it, but that motherfucker can defend. Excuse me. I know I got excited.
It's okay.
Me, I apologize. America. I'm
when
very
we talking
professional.
about defense, we love it.
Hey, man, look. You know, shooters get a reputation of not playing defense. He will make a jump shot and turn right around and get all up in your jersey. Like, he gonna make you work for everything you get. Like, I love that kid, man. But I was just all over just watching, man. What's my man name that played for Hyperfuse, G-Day? The tall Jacob
Omen.
Jacob Omen is growing. He was blocking shots. I went to go see Ian Inman, and Jacob Oldman was controlling the paint down low. He was blocking shots. He was getting rebounds. He failed a couple of times and got right back up. Man, it was. Every time I want to say Westfield about to have like a regression year, right? Like, oh man, I don't know, Coach G. It's always like you talked about Massey. They got Francis Lewis, like they got players around Jeremiah Cooper. Like they should be back in the fold again. Cinco Ranch. Oh, I gotta talk about this team. Shadow Creek, saw them. Michael Collins got a UMass offer. Bryce Jackson looked like he all the way back with the wild back. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, guys.
Coulier was playing good, man. Adam Boyd played very well. I know
it's only a matter of time for him, man.
I know the spotlight was on, and we've been saying Jalen Finner was a Division I prospect for a while now. I know the spotlight was on Jalen Finner, but Adam Boyd and Jakai too. But Adam Boyd was playing well, though. He was playing well. It's just a lot of kids. Man, y'all gotta read the article if y'all want to know more, man.
Yeah, don't give it all, man. Since you brought up a non-Houston kid, I'll bring up one too, man. The kid's name is Messiah Miller, Fort Worth Eastern Hills, 4A. I'm talking about he's 5'8", maybe. Point guard. 2025. Shifty, played with multiple paces. I'm talking about on an inbound play. It just came out of nowhere. Nobody was expecting this. They threw him the alley on the inbound, 5'8", and he dunked on a 6'7" kid, bro, on the inbound play.
Turn
talking
him
about two hands, like he caught it like this. I was mad because I wasn't filming the game.
Turn him up.
He caught it like this in front of the rim. The kid jumped. He cocked it back, bro. Behind, like back scratch behind his head on the inbound. And I stood straight up in the stands.
That's nasty.
I stood up like it was time to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, that's
Man,
Masai Miller, man. I don't know who you play for the summer. Hey, that kid cold, man.
y'all tough to go after.
No, we know you got the kids
Talk
in the
about
stand.
whoever, man. We talk about the usual suspects, man.
I'm gonna be a homer in a second. I'm finna be loud in a second. But before I'm loud, Sebastian at Ridge Point, come on down. I'm gonna call you a shooter, and I hope you live up to the reputation.
Sebastian High. That played with one time.
This is Daddy Esteban.
I mean, I don't know the people's name.
Hey. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, he played with one time though.
Hold
he
on.
Can shoot.
See, G-Day, I knew you would know. Hold on, let me find them. I got him. Who? This him?
I can't see. Yes.
Hey.
Yeah,
I was there for somebody else. Sebastian made me stay for him. Sebastian was getting to the bread. I don't like calling kids shooters. He a shooter.
No, he can shoot the ball.
He'll get in the trenches and rebound too. Got a little toughness on him. He was definitely my sleeper shooter of the weekend. He just got the ball and he made the best of his shots and opportunities. There's Jesus Christ. Deuce Hunt would be my non-Houston kid for Duncanville. He's in a heralded backcourt. Sometimes he kind of gets lost in the sauce, but what he brings to the table, I think, is very invaluable. Just to expound on that, Jacob Massey, what G-Day said, I watched him and DeMoray Pritchard play in a 110-degree gym at the Tark. 5 men pressing the basketball for Drive Nation Houston. And I tell those kids, you're not going to see the results of what y'all did today right now, but it's going to pay off in the long haul. And right now, those kids are being greater later. I'd like to start with being a homer now. My Plug University kids, now the conversation is we just going to move it to NIL evaluations now. Because we not arguing about are they D1 or whatever, all that other. I tweeted y'all last year and told you better start a relationship with them then. Because after that, it was just going to be the price too high now because you didn't want to listen. Byron Bibbs is a rising prospect that's playing off the charts right now. From his athleticism to what he can do with shooting the basketball. But I don't have to say much. The tape speaks for itself. And he'll sit down and lock down and defend. Jadarian Williams is the best on-ball defender in his class. He took some L's. JoJo MacGyver. There's some kids, Dakari Spears. They put that shoulder into him. Yes, but he was there every step of the way. He did not back down from the challenge, went 2-1, and there's nothing you could tell me that that's not the best two-way defender facilitator in his class. And then last but not least, they might not have a great weekend or a great showing at TABC. Malachi Booker is the utility man that you need. Whether it's playing on a wing, whether it's going in the trenches, whether it's hitting the 3-ball and extending the offense out and bringing that man that's holding him that's a little slower. Number 47 in the country. I ain't really got to say much because he's actually, ranked. ESPN. Crazy. Crazy. That Plug University team was really, really special. And I told those kids, as long as you did what I asked you to do, I go balls to the wall for y'all. Pause. And they did everything. I cussed those kids out. I told them they wasn't playing hard enough. I told them nobody cares about them crying. Byron came off the bench last year. Like, and all I told Byron was maybe this is what you needed to happen to help you be a better teammate. And you know what he did this summer? Turned up. So it's not a bunch of conversations to be had, but I just want y'all to know those kids are in the conversation. LJ Andrews, a kid that from day one we were like this. I remember coaching LJ in fall ball, and LJ just wanted to shoot threes. And I told him, there's no way my four man gonna be outside the paint more than anybody else. And LJ got back in the game and hit a three ball and looked at me and ran down the court. And now TABC saw the culmination of what LJ Andrews could possibly be at the next level. Supreme footwork, great hand-eye coordination. As far as how many times we've seen kids that can't catch the ball in traffic, can pass out the post well, and just will put. LJ Andrews is a broke man's DJ Hall. DJ Hall is the state champion, and I salute him and commend him on everything he did. But DJ Hall isn't a bad player, nor is LJ Andrews. So when we're talking recruitment and we're talking game similarities and player comp, I don't want to go pick nobody. No, DJ Hall is probably LJ's best player comp in high school, just not maybe with the resume because, it took him a while to get there. But with all that being said, I was proud at the way he performed because it's not hard. I mean, it's not easy, not easy, especially with him hearing all the, oh, he's below the rim. Oh, he can't compete at the EYBL level. I don't want to hear that shit, dog. LJ is a player. Like sometimes when it comes to getting kids, if you got a good strength and conditioning program and you got faith, kids will work wonders for you. And that's where real recruiting comes in. Like, you could go recruit a number. What you gonna do with those kids that ain't got a number? Because there's some kids out there that don't got a number that can go help you win games as a program. And that's who I got for my kids.
Yeah, before I get to the kids, man, shout out to all the teams that went undefeated this weekend also. It was a lot. It's a lot. I didn't get to write down everybody's names, but a lot of teams went undefeated this weekend, man. Shout out to all the Houston area teams who did go undefeated this weekend. Shout out to my guy, Quentin Sanders. Wheatley, they went undefeated. Quentin was playing really good basketball. Huffman, Hargrave, Coach Barrett, and his son hooped well. Robson, Katie, they went undefeated. Cinco Ranch, undefeated. Kuntz went undefeated. I seen Laporte went undefeated as well, man. And I know it's more. Nimitz went undefeated.
Man, they was up on somebody's ass by 30 when I went back there. Man, they was up like 52-28 or something. I was like, God damn.
Let me pull up. I'm just trying to pull up why.
C King.
Oh, them too. I'm
gonna talk about them.
They put the clamps on somebody one game, didn't they? Didn't they win by 30?
Mansfield Legacy. Yeah, they beat
them 30.
Man.
Legacy had no choice, no chance. They should have just called it in. Nah, we good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Houston area teams, A&M Consolidated went undefeated. Shots out to them. Nimitz went undefeated. Clear Springs, shout out Clear Springs, Madden Hill. That's all I'm gonna say. He's gonna be a problem, man. Incoming freshman, man. College Station went undefeated. Crosby, man, I at Rice team camp, I watched Crosby. I talked about them here on the show. And I know last year they had some big pieces and some stuff happened where they had to miss the playoffs. But they really qualified for it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tough. That Crosby team is gonna be really tough, man. Cypress Lakes, they went undefeated as well.
Orlando'ville and them was on that rim when they was on the other side of court too. I saw Coach. Coach was in his bag. Hey man, shout out to the coaches, y'all. I talk a lot of shit about who y'all get for your fall ball activities, Lil Paco uncle and shit. But y'all were there as a staff this weekend, as a Houston coaching staff, all staffs. And I just want to shout y'all out. Y'all did not mail that shit in. Y'all was present. Y'all was active for the kids. Salute y'all. Cause man, that fall ball should be looking horrible.
Hitchcock went undefeated. C. King went undefeated.
Hey, hold on, G-Day. I want to say something about that too. It's no way that Hitchcock didn't get one game at the SWAC, bro.
They should have been back-to-back state champions. They should have been there.
State champions with 75% of your team back. I understand they lost Damian, man, but that was a travesty that they didn't get one game at the SWAC.
75% of the team at 7-on-7 state.
No, well, Lloyd Jones.
Oh yeah, football, yeah.
Right.
So I think they probably hedged their bets and was like, hey.
You're right.
Yeah, Lloyd Jones. Yeah.
Can't go smoke chasing without your smoke chaser.
Elijah Sherwood played well though, but yeah, I forgot about that. But
shout out my boy Elijah Sherwood, a winner on all levels.
Go ahead, G-Day. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. C. King.
Built that.
CHSA homeschool out of Houston. Went undefeated.
Christian.
Okay. I remember them. See who they got over there.
Mm-hmm. The Heights went undefeated.
I didn't know Jed Baines went back to the Heights.
Yeah, DJ Baines. Yep, he's at the Heights.
DJ, my bad. Not just, that's the brother. My bad. Like I'm looking for him at Side Falls. I'm looking what. Yeah. Never mind, man. Never mind. Keep going, G-Day.
Yeah, Heights undefeated. Lamar went undefeated.
Lamar who?
Houston Lamar.
Shout out my boy Jake Dobson. Man, Jake Dobson asked me to pull up on the game, and I saw Jake Dobson was 37 miles away. And I told him,
Jake Dobson from Second Baptist.
Jake Dobson from the Raptors, yes. Salute Jake Dobson if you see this, bro. Like, I just couldn't make it, dog. And I hate that. Like, cause Jake, man, me and Jake cooled a long way, dog. Jake got a ring too. Don't Jake got a state ring, got a physical that year? He was just as backup. Or am I tripping? That was the year before. It was the year after they won, they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But still, okay. Lamar went undefeated. They must have played the School of the Blind, though. Oh, man. I watched them at U of H camp, and all I heard, hey, you know what? Coach Bro was probably coaching them. He a real Raptor. That's probably why they went undefeated. Shout out Coach Bro.
PSAT went undefeated. Second Baptist went undefeated. Stratford went undefeated. Wheatley went undefeated. Huffman undefeated. Katy, Cinco Ranch, Kuntz, Lamarck went undefeated. LaPorte went undefeated. Montgomery went undefeated. Lake Creek went undefeated. Pasadena Memorial. They went undefeated as well.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. Y'all seen he was hooping. Westfield went undefeated. The Woodlands went undefeated. Tomball Memorial went undefeated. Tarkington went undefeated also, and Port Arthur Memorial went undefeated, and that was it from the Greater Houston area, who all went undefeated, man.
Told you, Houston kids came up there and competed. It wasn't nothing soft this weekend. Everybody looked like they was on the mission. Hey, Ken Dean, we already said
that already, Ken. You're late.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta go on the show earlier, bro.
Yeah, salute to all them teams, man, who went undefeated, man. Salute to them, man. Just to keep talking about kids who stood out. Ooh, I mentioned it earlier. Normally, our top kids don't really perform that well at TABC on a consistent level, but this year they did, man. I didn't get to see Shelton, but I heard a lot of good things about him. I did get to see Nigel play against Dynamic Prep.
Gary.
And him cutting that hair off. Woo! Hey, boy, that boy was shooting 3 after 3 after 3
that
after
boy came
3.
out looking like Brian Cook. I said, man, who is this?
Yes, he. Hey, man, don't. Hey, yes.
Wait, hold on, Rob.
Yes, he
Rob,
did.
Tried to get me to turn on my man's G Day.
Hey, that's a good comparison.
Rob tried to get me to turn on my man's G Day.
That's a really good high school comparison. You ain't even from Illinois. That's a really good high school comparison.
I watch basketball, man. Hey, I ain't trying to steal your thunder, G. I know you talking, but man, I just got to say. Now we talked about John, but boy, did Nigel come out and act like he was not light skinned. That boy looked at Slim and said, "It's the reason why I start. You finna find out today, brother." He came out and was giving that boy everything in the tool bag. Here go the monkey wrench. Here go the flathead. Everything.
And he was challenging shots at the rim.
Yes.
I just want y'all to know Nigel is 16
years old.
I know he's young. But he's just a baby. I don't care how old he is. That boy took care of business. He took care of business. John LeBoy, I said it earlier, man.
Not the Rick Ross. Not the.
Hey, I told my guy.
John LeBoy looked like a dude.
Yeah.
A real dude out there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if he was upset about the Puerto Rican national team. Hey, keep that fuel the rest of the way.
They snubbed them. Oh yeah, fuck the Puerto Rican national team.
keep that fuel the rest of the way,
like
man.
That?
Yeah, keep that fuel. He was locked in. You normally see LeBoy, he's smiling. You know, it's all hey, no smiles, lock in. Hey, I loved it, man. I loved it. He played really well. I even like the way Corey Sion played, man. Just controlling what he can control within the game. Didn't try to do too much. Played really well. Christian Hodge was all over the place. Just super active. The coach was like, he'll play football. And I was like, no. He was like, man, he's like, he don't even know he got like 10 scholarships waiting on him. He ain't even got to tackle nobody. He just take a picture in them pads.
Them Raptor boys did well on that main court, y'all.
But no, they hooped really well against Dynamic. Dynamic, who had a really good season last year on the national schedule, who barely lost any games. And they felt snubbed in a sense. They didn't make the Chipotle National. It's not the Geico's no more, but the Chipotle Nationals, according to their record and the teams that they beat, which were a lot of those teams that made it, they should have been in there.
They should have.
And so, they looking to make a redemption this year. They may have some news that comes out here in the first week of July. Just know that if it comes out, you're hearing it here first without me saying it. But shouts out to Dynamic Prep and those guys, man, and for them giving me an exclusive in a sense of what's to come for them. But yeah, St. Francis, they look really good. Sebastian Although his team didn't have the outcome, Sebastian still was a problem on the floor. And every opponent knew that. They made sure they keyed in on him. Everybody was picking him up 94 feet, but he still produced. He still was productive. So big shout out to Sebastian Williams Adams. He still did this thing, regardless of the fact. I'm froze.
Lagging a little bit. I
Am I
tried.
froze?
Yeah, you
I
lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. All right. But Sebastian Hoop, and that's the thing when you have a name, a national name for yourself, and when other kids are trying to make a name for themselves off of your name, they're going to play you to the best of their ability, and that's what we seen with the Sebastian. I didn't get to see the Shelton, but I heard it was that way with Shelton also. Kids trying to prove a point, but for those kids to still go out there and produce and perform, and to take care of business on the individual side of things, it says a lot about their game and their maturity as young men also. Because we know some other young men, or even some of the later are already graduated classes, wouldn't have handled that situation the best.
No.
And so big shouts out for them for showing that type of growth, man. Who else did I see, man? I see King. I like the way that that coach has them over there playing, fired up. Everybody's playing defense. Everybody's bought in. They were rowdy on the bench. It was really no letdown on the defensive side of things for them. Wheatfall played really well. He shot the ball really good. You could tell that he's been in the gym shooting the ball. He looks more comfortable shooting. Also, he was knocking the thing down. I like the energy side Merritt brought when he came in off the bench, and he was productive for them. Also, he's a kid from New Orleans. Who those who may not know. Speaking of New Orleans, also Legacy got Letterman, right?
Yes, Dijon Leatherman. Yeah, we've been introduced to him
You want
since
me to give you
15.
my rundown? You want me to give you? I ain't see. Let's go on the legacy rundown. First and foremost, Jason Scott don't need to put on another jersey. He need to stay at Legacy because he balled his fucking ass off. He showed people, hey, this injury kind of, took a little bit of the athleticism. It's back now, bitch. It's back now. And that's the energy he brought to the table for 3 games. Like that Faith Family game, it was some kids being dunked on, and they did not run from the smoke. They came back, they fought hard, and they got some dubs, bro. Like PJ has a very scrappy group that they gonna take punches, they gonna get hit in the mouth, but they gonna be okay. They're gonna be very, very straight on the national tip between Scotty Guillory, Jason Scott, my man number 5. I'm sorry I don't know
Johan, you Gutierrez.
you. Johan, you fucking right, Rob. Whatever. Yes, can hoop and Dejan Leatherman. He just brings that. You know how like and I told somebody this on the baseline. He the kid you don't want to play in the morning because he always hyped up and he like a rhino. He gonna bump into you. He gonna tag you. He gonna knock you on the ground. Like and say this all the time. He say I got a fondness for kids with goggles, and I say that's because they understand that I'm finna get in the trenches, and besides protecting my eyes. I'm using everything as a weapon. And I love kids with a goggle because it let me know you gonna play hard, right? And Dejan Leatherman, he was talking shit to the Auburn coach. He was talking shit to Kingston Flemings. He didn't care who it was.
He did
He
talk
was talking
shit
shit
to
to the
the
real.
Auburn.
I almost told him, I say, hey, hold on, brother, she fine. Watch how you talking to her. Why? Hold on, but I'm not in his weight class, so I shut the fuck up. Cause that brother there is a strong, swole brother. He ran through a layup, bumped me in the camera, almost knocked me off my 10 toes. So with all that being said, y'all think Legacy gonna be a pushover, gonna be this, gonna be that. This is the first year PJ wasn't really beholden to anybody, and he can go get and target, and they gonna really be good. And I
Yeah, nah,
love. They were so good. I had no intentions on watching Legacy for one game. They made me stay for 3. And that's no disrespect to Legacy. It's just I was trying to find other kids. I Legacy, that's family. I'm gonna always rock with them. Like I'm always gonna be. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to not beat. No, it's just they Left Island does a great job with media over there. Not trying to step on those guys' toes. They do a great job for the kids. So like sometimes you gotta go put eyes on team. Like I was talking to the head coach at the Woodlands, not the head coach, one of the coaches at the Woodlands. And he was like, man, y'all just don't know what y'all do. Like I saw you tweet about one kid, and then all of a sudden they was just at his game. And I just need you at a game, man. How can I get you to a game? And I told my man, I say, man, if I didn't already have I would just show up. Like, no
know who that
problem.
was. That's Coach Stevens talking to you. I already know who that was.
Like, and they went undefeated. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't asking me to like, to come record for free. He just wanted me to pull up. And sometimes that's what kids and teens need. But then sometimes I get pulled away on it's like Grand Theft Auto. You out here on side missions. D King threatened me and told me if I don't come on the baseline and take a picture of him on Gucci Road, he was gonna ban me from the city, so I had to go do that. Like it's hard out here for a little old camera guy like me.
Cap.
Hey, I just go
Cap.
ahead, D King, my bad.
No, I have nothing to say but Cap. That's bullshit.
Oh,
Hey, but I will say this.
Is that DJ playing defense in the background, man?
Clamp guard, baby.
Look like he was finna lock up, man.
Yeah, at the midline. Yeah, at the midline.
Hey man, somebody got to guard somebody, man.
gotta guard your yard, man.
Hey, I just wanted to
Big
say,
Kobe, they didn't even ask us if we made it home safe, bro. Let alone a cold drink.
Come on up here, D King.
No, I just wanted to say this is good to see y'all boys, man. That's all. That's all I wanted to say, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate all y'all hard work, man.
King was there as a coach, man. I know you can't really give no big time who you sing, but just from a coach's aspect, man, how did you like? I mean, is it really a difference? I guess is my question. From being there as a fan and being there as a college coach.
Yeah, it's definitely a difference.
Okay.
Because you're really not watching like guys like your guys. Like I wasn't really there watching the kids I'm with JL3. Like there were certain guys who I needed to see, who I was told I need to get my eyes on and just see how they play. So it was definitely different. So a huge networking opportunity as well for somebody like me, is really good for that. And other people too, like some young guys who just like getting in it or whatever. Like it's a great networking opportunity for sure. But yeah, it's definitely different because you can't just get there and I'm gonna see such and such play and leave or whatever. You pretty much locked in with your list, and you might miss a good game that you might want to see as a fan because you have to actually do some work, man. So it's a little different.
No, that's what's up, man.
I want to say this before we move on too, because when Gary was talking, it reminded me of some old kids that I saw. Coaches, Anthony Avalos at Madison. Y'all should go put some eyes on him, man. That kid can play basketball. I seen him go against Evan Cochran. Um, they was getting after it, man. And then the last kid that I'm talking about, not a Houston kid, but I went to go see the Hype Train. But I've been knowing this kid though before he got on Anthony Black Elite. Josiah Jones, class of 2027 guard that go to San Antonio Harlan. Um, I've been knowing him since he's probably in like 8th grade or whatever, 7th grade, 8th grade. I got to see him because I know his uncle in San Antonio, and I frequent his uncle's gym a lot. So I've been keeping up with him. He was playing well, man. We'll get to see Houston to get to see him during the Thanksgiving break.
The
'Cause
Jamboree.
they'll come down for Rick Nelson's event at the Episcopal. But yeah, I've been seeing his process since like the 7th or 8th grade, and he's done nothing but get better. One of the quieter kids as far as hype train, but he's very quiet and reserved. He's not a loud, boisterous kid, but when he get on the court though, he makes plays, man. So I watched a couple of their games. And I was very impressed. Evan Cochran has went from here to here, um, just in a matter of a year. But I do want to say a lot of the kids that we've named and talked about, the LJ Andrews and the John LeBoys and all that, I like. Me and G they talk about this a lot. It's a lot of even Shelton, right? It's a lot of EYBL exposure, a lot of USA Olympic Tyrus Rayton Mays, Canada, right? It's a lot of like you go to that level, and even if John LeBoy, you don't make it, but you see what it is, right? You own EYBL, and you playing against these kids, Bryson Weefall, and you might not be winning in the on the circuit, but you come back and like, oh man, if I can get a playoff against these dudes ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of be a difference in the mindset of the kid, Mike Collins, Bryce Jackson, where it's like Jeremiah Cooper, where it's like, man, I'm finna go kill, man. And I might not be the best, whatever, but it's like I'm playing against the best. I'm around it. I see it. So it's taking my game to a whole nother level. So yeah, I just wanted to say that like a lot of these kids that we mentioning, they playing and producing on these circuits and playing in FIBA and doing these different things, and you can see it when they come back, man.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. In your opinion, what weighs more? What means more? Does it say more about your game with the way you play it on your circuit or at TABC?
That's a good question.
Great question.
I would say both, honestly. Um, because you still got to show that you could produce and play against the best when you're on your circuit. Um, and like when I was talking with a college coach, and I mentioned this earlier, I guess when you come back, they want to see you. They want to see how you are as a lead. You're the dude. Okay, you was around a bunch of dudes and you wasn't the man, but now at your high school, you're the man. Let me see what you look like when it's you versus everybody instead of you having help. And so those kids, yes, they should come back and dominate. I always call it the Peach Jam effect. Um, when those kids come back, they're different, just a different brand of kids. They play a different brand of basketball, and it's because I'm playing against the best. I'm practicing against the best. My practices are a little different now. The expectations of the game, I'm starting to mature just a little bit more and more quickly than the other kids are in basketball because I could be here today and gone tomorrow as far as playing on that circuit. My spot's not solidified unless I'm producing.
Yeah, I talked to a kid about that. I talked to a kid about that Saturday. A kid that people don't think I like, but I really do like. And I told him, you went to that circuit for a reason. and even if you not starting, you still on the circuit. And so when you come back to high school, the expectations aren't going to be the same as it was when you was a junior. Like people are going to come see you in a different light and say, you played on XYZ team, we want to see what you do. But if you still have the same attitude and you still carrying yourself as you was last year, you're not going to get what you're looking for. And so
Jacoby, I've never seen this happen, Jacoby. I've never seen a kid who played really good on circuit be really bad on their high school team.
Jacoby don't even watch games. Like, what is he talking about, bro? He don't even watch. I don't understand. I ain't never gonna go, talk a black man out of his job, but you don't even go to the gym. What are you talking about? Give me an example.
Jacoby, it's a kid you need to be on, Jacoby. I ain't gonna say no names on here, but it's a kid you need to be on.
Man, don't send him no kid. Don't know you didn't go. He ain't gonna go watch you play. He ain't gonna go watch you play. Don't send him nobody. You don't need no help. Get in the gym. Get in the gym. I'm sick of this dude, bro. Don't make no sense, man. Jeez Louise. Hey, never mind.
Man, how you gonna start saying something and say never mind, man?
Because I can't say
Yeah, man. What you mean?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I just can't do it, bro. That's not right.
So, D King, let me ask you a quick. Well, I know you probably did, so that's not. I'm not even gonna ask you that. Did anybody, like, I know without saying names, right? Did anybody that you didn't go to see that made you come to their court, or you was watching and was like, oh, and you wrote their name down?
Yes. Yeah. It was a couple. Okay. It was a couple kids actually.
Okay.
It was maybe about 4 kids who I wasn't either like familiar with, or like they seemed to have improved and got better. And I feel like they could possibly help. They can help the program. But yeah, it was, man, dudes played well, man. A lot of local kids really played well, and teams played well. So it was really good to see, man. I know I know a couple kids at the Legacy School played really well. They definitely improved. That was really good to see. And some kids from other places too. I was impressed with a couple kids from like Melissa High School, and like a couple kids from San Antonio I watched. They were really good. Guys from the Emerson High School, they played well. So it was just good to see, man. It was really good to see. I wore the wrong shoes Friday, so my feet were screaming, boy. Lord have mercy. My God, I gotta get me some Saucony's when I'm in the gym, because my feet. Oh my God, my feet.
Man, you wrote my name down in your book?
No, you did a terrible job. You didn't do it. You was using your phone to record videos when I came on there. The notifications popped all up on the screen and everything, man. What you doing? You fell off.
Hey, man, I had to do a secondary trap option, man.
Had to improvise. I feel you, big dog.
Yeah.
To expound on y'all original question, I had to think hard about it. The point guard that Marshall Armani is a great example of his stats doesn't show up on the EYBL circuit, but I really want to say, besides Christian Gibson obviously being a scorer, he was the glue to make that team move and qualify for EYBL because they didn't practice much. He was the floor general, ball handler, and like it didn't show up in the stat book. But then he come to TABC and he dropped 20 plus in front of South Dakota. So like I think once you go play on that circuit and you get you get that bump and you realize, okay, it's different up here. When you come back home, it translates. It doesn't always translate as quick as it does for others. And but I would like to say Armani is a kid that, I mean, and he had great games against, I mean, other top kids that are ranked that went to the playoffs last year. What's my man Chase? Didn't they play each other in the 5A playoffs?
Yeah, they played in the third round. Yup, Chase Richardson. Yup,
And didn't Marshall win that game?
did.
So I think Armani is one of those guards that can honestly say he's been slept on, but I think the proof is in the pudding. He's being coached by a guard. Yeah, I'm being a homer. Shout out my boy Woods. But I think he's getting the best out of Armani. And, it showed because they qualified for Peace Jam. And with all that being said, that that I think that's my best answer I got regarding that.
Yeah, man. Jacob Williford hoop this weekend.
He been hooping a couple of weekends in a row. He was hooping at top 80, U of H camp. Yeah, he's putting it together.
You already mentioned Evan.
I gotta give a shout out to Jordan Buckner too, man. He
just got an offer too, but shout out him.
Picked it up. They didn't have the best record team wise, but he gonna be all right, man. I think sometimes things are out of your control, but the one thing that you can control is two things: your attitude and how you attack the game, right? The mindset.
Yep.
And I talking with these kids sometimes, and them hearing it from other people besides their inner circle and their parents helps them. You know what I'm saying? And because sometimes it's like, my mama got to say that, my daddy got to say that. But way to respond on the weekend, man. Like Gary said, he picked up an offer. I really feel like he's going to pick up more offers. I just had to give him a shout out because I seen him get back to the Jordan that I know. I watched him a couple of times, and by that third game, he was I'm like, all right, he back in the groove again. So yeah, I just wanted to say.
Yeah, he gonna be all right, man. I told him that. Top 80, man. Just be patient. You gotta be patient. Everybody's process is different. It is. Sometimes, we as people, we chase after the wrong things also. And so it'll come. It's gonna come for a lot of kids too.
For sure. Just a lot of good kids that's unsigned right now.
Yeah, you gotta be patient, trust the process. And sometimes that route is going JUCO, D2, D3, NAIA. It's a stepping stone. And so, take those necessary steps, man. And if it's really truly meant for you to get where you think you are supposed to be, you'll get there. But you got to keep showing up. You got to be consistent. And that was one thing that I seen this weekend from Houston that a lot of people always talk down on. But consistency, I seen a lot of consistency in players' games this weekend. And so big shouts out to all those kids for being super consistent this weekend. That was really big, really huge.
Damn, Massachusetts offered all of Texas, huh?
Hey, smart. Man, that was at the games. Smart. They're like, hold on, these little suckers can hoop.
Yeah. Ian Eman just got a mask. Mike Collins got a mask.
Yeah. We fall.
Bryson Weefall. Go team up. Go play in Massachusetts together.
Hey, also I seen a lot of prep schools present too.
Same man.
Boy, a lot of them present at the TABC.
Boys drove to Dallas on Friday. with players and might have left Dallas on Sunday without players. That's how
Yeah,
crazy that shit was.
yeah, they was out, man. Sheesh.
I mean, this like if you selling what you preaching and it's turning into facts, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You think David Peavy worried about fucking a prep school at his game? No. You know why? Come on now. It's different over there at Duncanville. Now, a school that don't get no social media, that don't get no cameras, that don't let media in their gyms out here, well, then those kids gonna leave. Look at Nas and Link. He out here begging and pleading with KD to get some cameras at the game. What Nas say? Bye. Like, you can't be mad kids got options because the options are better than where they are. So it's a catch-22 on that for certain things and certain people. But for the most part, if at Bel Air, like it's one of those things, shit, we got a blueprint. It's next up. Like, what you gonna do? Like, you don't own these kids. You develop them, you pour into them, and then you just wish them the best and hope they make the best decision for themselves. We not worried.
And then that happened again because I seen Cal State Bakersfield was offering a lot of young guards in Texas because I know Peyton Jones got an offer from them. Somebody else
Isaac
from
Hayes
Houston.
got one.
Who?
Isaac Hayes got one from them.
Okay, that might have been the other person I seen. I was like, oh, they in the 27 class. Hard trying to get it.
But yeah, man, TABC was awesome. It's hard to see everybody at TABC, man, just being honest. And I tried to make sure that I didn't see no big like time games because I knew there's a lot of other kids who needed coverage. So like I didn't even promote my services to anybody who already had a name per se. And so I made sure I watched one, and that was the St. Francis versus Dynamic. I did catch that game, and then I caught a little, not even a full half. It was just in passing, St. John's play. But I went to Katie Jordan's, got to see South Houston, put out the Memorial, Westfield, watch a little bit of Bush, EOP, seeing a little bit of Katie back there, hanging out with Rob, seeing Town Ball Memorial, I seen Side Springs, I seen Side Ranch. Hang, I'm missing some teams.
Pearland.
Yep, I seen Pearland play.
Dark.
There's some other teams I seen. It's just my mind's going blank.
Barbers Hill.
Yep, Barbers Hill. I see Barbers Hill. Only one team I am mad I didn't get to see, and I had on my schedule was Crosby. I think they're gonna be really good.
I missed you up on that.
It's all right, bro. I think they're gonna be really good this year. Salute to that Crosby team.
I don't want to keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
But yeah, another thing, you can interrupt whenever. I seen Silsby too. Seen Silsby play.
Yeah, saw them.
Seen Silsby play.
Doug,
I know y'all went undefeated. I talked about Kendall messing me up by cutting his hair off, man. Because I thought he had the move in.
Hey, Fort Bend Austin is gonna be way better than people expect. They have a solid team. Patel, I don't know. It's Patel. I can't say his first name.
We're gonna call him Shaheem, like the poster boy.
He got an offer from University of Dallas too. He got an offer from University of Dallas too. He picked up an offer. I watched them the last game that they played in the back gym in Quit 7. I watched them. They're gonna have a solid season, man. They got some good pieces. Ridge Point gonna be okay. Dark horse.
But are they really a dark horse, man?
They are, because when I say dark horse, it's like you can name 6 or 7 teams that would make. If Ridge Point made regionals, that would be shocking to people. Because
Not to me.
To me, because
it shouldn't be, right?
Early
middle school championships. They won.
You say what?
They won the middle school championships.
I know, but that was 4
right. So that's
years.
what I'm saying. So
that was 4 years ago.
Right. So it's their time this year. They seniors, that group.
Logan is understanding dunk everything. They got pretty decent outside shooting. My man that left Shadow Creek that went there. He got to the chicken. So he takes some of the pressure off Dorian.
Give them easy. Tell them they ain't no dark horse, man.
I guarantee you can say 6 names before you say Ridge Point. But go ahead. My bad.
Not for this year. I wouldn't.
See, now you finna make me Atascocita, Shadow Creek, Sea King. Who else? I'm missing somebody.
The brand.
Bel Air, of course. I'm missing somebody. I don't know. But go ahead. Travis Pittman.
For 6A? And they splitting into.
Oh, so you need 12, huh?
I'll be forgetting that.
Hey, you know what? It's gonna be some teams that's gonna get hot at the end of the year that didn't look like shit up until after Christmas, and they're gonna put it together and they're gonna go on a run. Ain't
no more regionals.
Yeah, ain't
no more regional playoffs. So that's regionals is done.
But now I
think they got a chance, man. I don't know the school population, as far as if they would go D1 or D2. But with you bringing that up, Rob, I've seen a lot of other coaches already kind of scouting their opponents, and you did too at the last game we watched. Already kind of nitpicking. Oh, they got these new kids, and
I saw a coach in Bush, Evan Batier played well. I watched him.
Evan Batier, yes.
Because a lot of the games I watched, I didn't even say nothing to the coach. I just wanted to go see the game. I didn't even want nobody to know I was there. But I did tweet about him. But Evan Batier was hooping against Dallas Carter. And y'all know how hard Dallas Carter played. He was getting to the chicken.
That's like Big Bird trying to hide in the hood.
No. When I get in that gym, bro, I am very unassuming, bro. Don't nobody be looking at me.
You are 6'6", leaning on the wall.
I could always see you in the gym.
Don't nobody say, Rob.
Y'all saying that because y'all know me.
Rob, you didn't even see me. See, I'm little.
I didn't.
Right.
I swear, you said you was right. I was looking dead at Jermaine O'Neal and didn't see you over there.
Yeah, I was right behind him.
Jermaine looking in the same stratosphere. Y'all look above it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all cannot walk into a gym and not be unnoticed. You 6'6" and an angry black man.
I'm not angry.
I know you're not. See, look, even Antoine say, Rob, you are
Rob, yeah, you stand out, bro.
Like, you stand out, bro. Like, stop it.
Hey, man, look, I keep the mindset that nobody is seeing me. So they
famous now. Stop moving
No.
Stop moving like every time I looked up, Rob was talking to 3 people at the same time. Rob don't even fucking like people like that. And he was out here. Oh yeah, what you got? What you need? Oh yeah, they over there. They was over there.
I don't like people, man. Shout out to
Yeah, man.
my guy.
Rob even had coaches texting him asking, "Hey man, who this kid, man?" And Rob wasn't even at the game, man.
Nah, I wasn't. But
Rob introduced me to a dude that I promised you reminded me of Fred Flintstone because he was just he was big and huge, but a great guy, great. My man from San Antonio, Rob.
yeah, Kevin Hall, the one-eyed scout, man. That's my guy. I've been knowing him.
Hey,
like
I straightened up when Rob introduced me to him because that boy, that's not a small fella out here. I was like, yes, sir, Rob.
Hey that man got a heart of gold, man. Give you the shirt off his back, man. He's doing some great work in San Antonio. I'm gonna bring him on the show too, man. You see, he started talking to you straight about this, man. We got the good. Cause I said, man, who was the? I said, man, the girls guru is my man right there. He's like, man, you gotta introduce me, man. I gotta meet him. I was like, okay.
This Rob.
Shout out to Paul Miranda, man. Good to see my guy from Dallas, man. Yeah. Shout out to the OG, man. Y'all know him as Prairie View head coach, but he's my guy, man. Byron Smith, man. I've been knowing him.
Byron was in the cut.
Yeah. I've been knowing him for a long time.
Coach Smith, if you watching, you can come on this show whenever you want, whenever you get ready, my brother. Before you go on Club Shay, man. Make a pit stop, man. You know?
Nah, for sure, man. It was a great event. And I just want to continue to go. But yeah, man, I tried to see as many teams as. But going back to what I was saying, I seen a coach in Fort Bend. Every Fort Bend game I was watching, he was there when they wasn't playing. He was watching every Fort Bend team. I'm like, man, my man getting an early scout on these teams. I'm talking about he was at the Austin game, he was at the Ridge Point, at the Bush game. I'm like, dang. But that's what you got to do, though. You got to do your due diligence. That's how you do for 30 years.
Yeah, I seen a couple of stats at the Pearland games. New arrivals. So yeah, coaches was getting double their money's worth out here. And Houston was supporting Houston too, though. Like, let's not kids was going to go watch their partners who what about the JL3 kids, the mamas gonna go pull up to their games. Shelton mama gonna be at Sebastian game, Nigel mama gonna be at Shelton game, and Sebastian mama gonna be at Nigel game. That's one thing that they gonna do. They support each other, and I saw it in other communities and kids as well. I don't know everybody's business like that. I be trying to mind my own, but yeah, it was very community based. And I love that. It was, and I just want to say thank you to anybody that saw Grayson, made sure he wasn't kidnapped at the SWAC, maybe gave him some candy, a Gatorade. I just want to say thank y'all to y'all, because having a 4-year-old at TABC is not for the faint of heart, but we made it through. And I can't not say thank you to my village. My sports village is very impactful, and I just want to say thank y'all. Y'all know who y'all are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's a lot. We can go on and on and on and on about TABC, man.
Sure.
I don't can. No, we can wait. We'll wait, man. What's going on, D1 Hornets, man? I seen Crosby went undefeated again this weekend, man, at TABC. They're gonna be a tough out this season. And y'all in the new district as well. It's gonna be fun. Shot Clock Invitational, man. Hey, schedule is set. I will release it. either later tonight or first thing in the morning. I was supposed to release it first thing in the morning today. But like I told y'all at the beginning of the show, having tooth pain is not for the faint of heart, my brothers. And so that's what I've been spending my day kind of doing more so than anything. But definitely will drop it by tomorrow morning for sure. Got the graphic ready. It's going to be a fun weekend. I just want to say a big salute to all the teams. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in the right manner, man. I'm gonna do the little video because that's what everybody asking for. They want me to do it in the video format, so I'll do it in the video, drop it. It's gonna be fun, exciting. Anybody looking for media credentials, make sure that y'all fill out that link. I'll be posting it again for media credentials. If you do not, you'll have to pay to get in. And if you got on a ban for pay get in, you cannot be on the baseline. I have people kicking you off the baseline.
Say that again, please.
Me, I'm people. I'm
again.
people. I'm kicking you off the baseline. Because if you're not a baseline boy, you don't deserve to be there, bro.
If you do not fill out your media credentials.
By when? When do you have to have them filled up?
By Thursday.
Thursday, people.
If you do not have your media credentials in by Thursday, you will have to pay to get in, and you will have to shoot from the bleachers if there's space. If there's no space in the bleachers, you got to let people sit down. You will not be allowed on the baseline if you were not approved as media, as a videographer or photographer. I don't care what team you came to see, who you following. When you know better, you do better, man. That's it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an eventful weekend. I'm looking forward to the matchups, to the games, to seeing everybody pull up, pull out. Man, I just seen you, man. What you doing back, man?
Nothing.
I just seen you yesterday. What you doing?
Nothing at home.
Oh, you at home? Okay, you chilling.
Why take your glasses off?
Yeah, Rob. Why you take your glasses off?
I don't know. I'm trying to be cool like you, Grayson. I can't grow my hair, so I want the people to see my eyes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like this?
Yeah, oh, that boy showing out on me. Oh, that boy showing out on me. Oh, that boy showing the hangs on.
But no, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, for watching. Like I said, we'll see y'all this weekend. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be eventful. Y'all got any final comments before we go?
Take this TABC energy into the live period, and
definitely
and to kids that got. There should be some early commitments before Peace Jam and before your respective circuits, to be honest, because you are what you are right now. Like, you ain't got to draw it out. It ain't going to be no more, like, all that being Uber recruited in high school and going on 17 visits, that ain't going to work, bro. Like, sometimes it's cool to just go ahead and commit and play pressure-free basketball. But other than that, that's all I got. I appreciate everybody. Yeah.
Man, look, if you got an offer, don't play around with it. You know, take it serious. Consider, get with your people, and think about committing. Like Gary was saying, man, I know a couple of kids that I'm close to that I'm gonna talk to them about. You know, go ahead and putting pen to paper, man, because it's nothing to play with. You get an offer in high school now, it's time to take serious look at it. Other than that, man, love on somebody. We got Lamar elite camp tomorrow. And then
shout out to all the kids at the top, the Nike Elite 100.
Sure. And then we got the Shot Clock 30 Invitational coming up, man. So hope y'all pull up, man.
Yes, sir. Until the next time, we out, man.